Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to God's Death and Reapers. It's a extraction ARPG made by Wolcen Studio, which means it's like a hack and slash action RPG, top-down isometric perspective, go on runs, grab loot, and get out of there before either the monsters get too hard and destroy you, or another player comes along and ganks you for all your loot. Or, I guess if you don't want to deal with that, there is also a PvE mode, so you do not have to worry about getting taken out and hunted down. Anyway, it is running a closed playtest right now, so if you want to dive in and play it yourselves, test it out, get some feedback, just follow the link in the description below. Anyway, I guess with all that, I'll have more details at the end. Well, let's just dive right in. I feel like that cutscene needed just like a half-second more. Just him hitting the ground.
Warrior Fallen, I saw your death. It was quite a good one as deaths go.
Oh, good. WSD movement. I have an action roll. I mean, I want to use a controller for this one. I'll figure it out. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Despite you being dead, a lot of things in GDR will want to kill you. Generally speaking, the best way to avoid damage is avoid being hit. Space to dodge, use it to pass through enemies, avoid attacks. Generally look cool while doing so. You have 3 dodge charges which replenish over time. Okay, search. So, choose your weapon. GDR is a classless game where your equipment determines your ability, skills, and playstyle. Choose your starting weapon. Let's see. So we can do axe and sax. So rapid attacks. Strike your enemies from near or afar. Crush your enemies, be inevitable, or staff. Corrupt enemies with pestilence. Ooh. I don't know. Okay. Deals minor damage, stacking damage over time. Abilities consume mana. And a pool. Interesting. The Blighted Rune is vaguely interesting. Why is... Oh, Life Leech. Armor Resilience. So these two have Life Leech. If I want to go big bonky. Has Fury and Crit Chance. Grant Frenzy. Stacking Crit Chance buff. Max stacks, your movement speed will increase. Basic attacks generate Rage. You spend on other abilities. Yeah, damage is based on weapon. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you can try other equipment later, so I can try anything. So do I want to do Big Bunkus? I'm kind of tempted to go either Big Bunkus or Fury. So melee, offensive, and fast. Melee, AoE, slow. Staff, or range, defense, and kiting. Let's do Big Bunkus. Okay. So yeah, let's go Warhammer. I don't know. I feel like hammers don't get enough credit in these games. Spear even less so, but...
Adjutant, come. We have another wave of arrivals. Find one worthy of my attention, if such a thing exists amongst this rabble.
For those still catching up, the bad news is that you are dead. These are not the afterlives you were promised. They too are gone. You hail from different places, different times. It's complicated. Who you were in life no longer matters. What matters now is what you can do in death. Unfortunately, this opportunity extends to only one of you. I suggest trial by combat. What are you afraid of? Dying? It's not like anything worse can happen to you now.
Nice part is the hammer AoEs, oh, maybe I should go on the other side. The hammer AoEs actually give me a little bit of extra range. So I've now got a thunder drop, which I missed with.
Well now, this one has some fire in the belly.
Yeah, I can avoid attacks. I have a little bit of regen. It's not much, but it's there. Okay, so I don't know what Shattering Strike does. Debris in front of you. Stuns enemies. Okay, we have got Big Spin, which, yeah, I can use as they're showing up, which is just nutty.
Knew I had a good feeling about you. There's an obelisk some way up ahead. That's the way out. You seem to have competition, however. You've just got to get to it first. Do what you have to do. I know I did.
Okay, so M to plot the path. Okay, so we can do custom marker, but I can only do one. Now, do I have to actually worry about other players yet? No, at least not currently. Is it clear? Okay, there we go. Damage buff. I have to interact. Okay, stealth like fighting, but not. Sure, fighting is fun. Sometimes it's not the best course of action. Grass can hide you from enemies and other players. Useful if you want to launch a surprise attack. Enemies that see you go into the grass may investigate. We don't judge what you get up to into the bushes, but we do see it. I appreciate that they're trying to inject some humor into this. Yeah, that guy probably would mess me up.
Looks like your rival's still in the running. So many warriors. Wasted. Not far to go.
Alright. Well. Guess I'm not going that direction. Or I have to fight the bear. Okay, get him with a stun. Well, the combat system seems good so far. But I mean, it makes sense. Hack and slash action RPGs have been around for a while now. Okay, as you're a bit special, you have access to a powerful ult. Lucky you. Your ultimate must be charged after use. Deal damage in combat to charge the ultimate meter faster. Find and equip artifacts to charge your ultimate. Okay, spend remaining stat points to upgrade things as I see fit. I'll figure it out. Oh.
Here.
I like spin. There we go. Okay, and that warps me across to the end. Got a cooldown.
Blood of forefather and son. I defeated you before. I shall again. Die!
And so there were two. Looks like this one came from the same battle where you fell.
Well, he didn't last. Does help that I don't have a health.
It's a shame it ends like this. But that's what the trials are for. Ah well, quick. Use the obelisk. It's the only way out.
Okay, it's charging. Remain inside the area. Oh, that might be one of those where people are camping it. And so you have to worry about escaping while under fire.
You made it then. Good, good. I hope you're ready to impress.
This was the best of them.
Well, they were the ones who got out.
Very well. You have proven to have qualities I service, serve a greater purpose, and make something of your untimely end. Or seek what meager solace you can amongst the dust of my domain. Make your choice.
Trust me, it's better than the alternative.
I am told that this, stings somewhat. Your soul is now bound to this sanctuary. No matter what happens to your form, in victory or defeat, you shall return here. It is admittedly somewhat ramshackle at present, but it can be great. It is an extension of yourself, as vital as any weapon held in your hand. You are to rebuild it, Reaper. Do not disappoint.
Okay, health. With physical form restored, you now have health. Naturally, losing your health is not ideal for survival. Whilst death is merely an inconvenience for a Reaper like you, it's probably best to avoid it if you can. Higher the match level, the more health you have. The less health you have, the worse time you'll have. Portion of health that you lose will become locked and must be unlocked to be recoverable. Various consumables still unlock and recover your health. Okay.
You need new attire.
Okay, retrieve our Reaper robes. And now, C for character inventory. Okay, your loadout determines your skills, but you always have Reaper abilities at your disposal. If you're out without a weapon, weapons determine the majority of abilities. Weapons offer multiple skills per slot. Later, you can build the workshop to change what skills, if any, a weapon offers you per slot. Boots determine your defensive ability. Artifacts determine your ult. Chest determines your passive. Some armors offer a bonus. Okay. So we have Javelin and Shield, Warhammer, Axe and Seax, and the Staff. Well, do we want to try something else? Let's try something else. Okay. Oh, regular inventory. There we go. Let's see, we also have an upgrade panel, but I'm pretty sure we can't do anything with that yet. Speak with death. Hello.
Good. You, Reaper, shall serve. I have others like you to attend to. Adjutant, ensure this one is pointed in the correct direction.
Of course. Right then. A touch dramatic, that one. So, Sanctuary, this one is yours. We all get one. You'll need materials to improve yours, though. Come find me when you're done exploring. You'll be back here soon enough.
The main problem is there's not really much of a reason to explore. We have the Challenger's Tome. Like, none of this matters until I get more things.
Come on, get over here.
Okay. Return to the pit. Find and return to the Mirror Shard by any means. Adjutant will support you. Keep an eye on your health. Death is merely an inconvenience for you now, but it's still an annoyance.
The shard should be somewhere down here. Just knock some skulls together, and I'm sure you'll find it eventually. Just like before, use the obelisk to leave. You'll bring back any items you have when you do.
Okay, so yeah, as this is an extraction game...
A shard. Finally, I can prove myself. Finally, I can leave.
There we go. Okay, matches in GDR have a timer you must extract before the timer ends. Stronger enemy waves will spawn at set intervals. Heal a bunch of HP, don't need to worry about that. Seems like it's a kind of small-ish fixed map. Okay. The roll didn't do too much. But that's okay. Well, it seems like kiting here is incredibly good against regular enemies, as they go down extremely easily. Let's see, we have a lot of heals all over the place. Do we have any random enemies? Yeah, because I can kind of just bully them. Yeah, is there a reason for me to just fight the NPCs? Yeah, defeat Bjorn Scotty again. I guess the one benefit is I do level up. Might be worth it. Oh, there's a chest over here. Okay, well, at least for this, I don't have to worry about there being other people. Eventually, it might be a problem. Okay. So is there no... Huh. There's no quick move on this one. Stale renewing tonic and Reaper boots. No idea if they're better than the stuff I have. Probably not. But that's okay.
You again. I will not fail this time.
Unfortunately, not the biggest feedback on whether or not I'm hitting him with my ranged attacks here. Either that or the animations borked a little bit.
It was so close.
Okay, mirror shard. Lower part of your inventory is the secure container. So no matter what, we get to keep that. Oh. Kill 2 enemies. And then we're good to go. So maybe this is one of those that we just have to do every time. Yeah, the javelins are nice, but it's a little tricky to aim them because it's kind of slow. It feels like kind of easier to dodge them, which makes sense. Once again, this is meant to be a PvP game. Kind of PvP. Okay, lower part of the inventory is secure container. Okay, we have mail. So we get some random materials. And then the vault. This is my stuff. So, do you want to do the axe and sacks? Axe and sacks. Get random crafting materials. Not sure if there's much I can do with that. Here's my level. Okay, bring a mirror shard to death. Still.
Well done. You may act as my hand and enjoy the privileges that confers. You must expand this place, your sanctuary, this perdition of yours. Finally, a warning in parting. You will encounter others in my service. Know that you are all in service to yourselves as well. You are as likely to meet foe as you are ally, if not more so. It is of little concern to me if you choose to bash each other's skulls in with such enthusiastic frequency. Farewell.
Okay. Check my mail. Do we have more in the mail? Let's see. Actually, well, this is presumably the mail. So we also have a bunch of random materials. Okay, rebuild the Whisperway and use it to accept a quest from Ratatosk and speak to the adjutant. Well, let's talk to the adjutant first.
The Reaper trials sort out the wheat from the chaff, but I saw your potential from the start. I've been ordered to look into some matters in the realms of fate, Midgard, Helheim, that sort of thing. Which means I want you to look into something there. There's someone who can help. Use the Whisper Wade to reach them.
Okay, so we can build this up. Okay, Ratatosk. Best not ask where these came from. So you buying or what? These nuts ain't gonna eat themselves, so grunt work. Defeat 7 enemies. Easy enough. Upgrade panel. Need more stuff. Rebuild the portal. Grab other things. Can I do anything with the vault? Oh, right. So this is just spare Reaper hoods, presumably if I get toasted while I'm out and about. Okay, well, I'll leave the Reaper boots behind. Unfortunately, it seems like the Reaper boots are the same Reaper boots. Like, we haven't gotten anything new yet, just spares. I always kind of feel like the basic Reaper equipment should just... That's the default. Instead of you being naked, you just have Reaper equipment. Alright, so, build this. Finish construction. Alright, welcome to GDR. It's an extraction game. You must find and use obelisks to bring loot back to the sanctuary. From this point on, you may encounter other players in the realms. Be sure to emote wheel to greet or threaten each other. Switch between stable and unstable states. Upgrade the portal to access the current unstable realm, where PvP combat and greater rewards can be found. Okay, so stable. Lesser quality loot. PvP is disabled. Standard difficulty enemies. I'm kind of hoping there's a version that's PvE / co-op, but the mobs are just like big angry. Anyway, I think I'm just going to leave as is, and we'll see how this goes. I'm not much for PvP. In fact, I don't like PvP games at all on a personal level. I think stemming from playing, oh geez. I mean, a lot of it was just playing like World of Warcraft back in the day. I'd play on a PvP server, and I'd be sad if the servers aren't on and I can't join a match here. But specifically playing, like World of Warcraft on the PvP server, I'd just be wandering around and somebody would just RKO me. You know, random level 70, you know, undead assassin or assassin rogue would just stab me in the back. Or front, it really didn't matter. I'd go down in a hit, and that sucked. And even if you ran into a player of the same level as you, it quickly switched to this kind of frustrating scramble where you had to just like fight each other. Rather than me just being able to continue on with my life. And so I stopped doing PvP. Here, I'll talk about this later when we can actually get in the game. Okay, so it looks like it just takes a while to find a match. Which is fine. I'm curious to see how this works. But yeah, I think it took about like 3 minutes to get into a match. And admittedly, right now, the servers, well, there probably aren't a whole lot of people playing. Okay, don't have enough rage. I see. Yeah, can't do that while dodging. Grab some more. Grab some more gold. So what do I have to worry about? Where am I? Oh, okay. Yeah, we probably want to head for the quest and see what we can get. So collect wood, collect stone, iron, defeat enemies. And I've got 40 minutes to do this. It should be fine. Yeah, if I don't stand still for this guy to shoot me, I think I can kind of just bully him into non-existence. Because he needs to draw a bead on me, but if I'm just like wiggling back and forth, good luck, sir. Is it cheesy? Yes. It's so cheesy. Okay. Alright. Oh. There we go. Grab the loot. Seems like it stacks somewhat higher. And I've got quests down here. The quests may just be more of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, the archer's not too much of an issue if I'm just moving a bunch. They don't have particularly quick. Okay. Damage AoE. Slow down. Should be good enough. Grab this and we do have a chest.
Wood. Perfect. Get some more of that.
I guess actually, do we want to check my inventory? Can I? Oh, because I need wood, stone, and... yeah, I need wood, stone, and iron, which I'll have to find somewhere. Just get him with that. I want to avoid taking damage, if possible. Seems like a lot of the, like, regular NPCs you can kind of just smack around without too much worry. Okay, so that's a little bit. Okay, lost bracelet. Feel fancy, might be able to sell. Unlocks 400 health over 20 seconds. Okay, so another heal. It looks like I have a couple of ephemeral bandages. Okay. I'm just gonna bully this guy into a corner. What are you gonna do? Chase me? Okay, let's see if I can pull a couple of enemies simultaneously. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably... we might actually want to get out of here. I think I'm gonna be a hammer guy. Like, some of the other skills might be good, but the hammer just has such a convenient setup. Extra movement speed buff. Wonder how long that lasts for.
Stone. You would think it's the same stuff everywhere, but this Midgardian variety has a particular quality to it that pleases me.
Iron bar is not the same as regular iron. Okay, so we have a couple of these guys. Okay, so what does this do? Counter. Oh, automatically parry the next hit. Get him a frost. There we go. Okay, and you can parry the AoE. Just to confirm. So what does this do? Okay, instantly heals you. And then restores health slowly over time. Not much either. Small backpack. Okay. Okay, so that just gives me extra inventory space. Reliquary. And some more gold. Deposit sort. Okay, whatever you are, you're big. Ow. Boy. Okay. This hurts, so it's a lot more than I thought it was going to. And I don't have a whole lot of... ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, boy. Okay, so fun, not so fun fact. Those guys freaking hurt. Okay, I got one of them. Got that one. Got a drinking horn. Mess him up. Okay, I've leveled up again. As the Reaper's pursuit, I'm going to wait for some things to heal. Or try to. I don't know if they're worth it. Okay. Slowly recover some health. We've got some lootable chests there. But I don't put a whole lot of faith in my ability to get to them. This is inactive. So we'll leave that. Okay, this might be a heal. Get some more wood. Get a hammer man. Leave him with that. Hit it with an axe. Or maybe we just stunned them. It's a possibility. Toss that. Oh, that messes them up. Blood sigil. What is this thing? Valley sigil. Alright, I'm feeling a little bit better about my everything. Okay, and that's gonna split, probably. Yeah, now we just got that half-man to deal with. But the half-man really isn't too much of a concern. Let's see. Salvaged linen. Drenger helmet. Okay, that's good. And we get more bandages. Can stack them. Perfect. Yeah, the dragon's a little bit of a concern. There we go. Oh, do I have... I do have some locked health. Inactive. Oh, but there's a dude here. Oop. World is growing more unstable. Yeah, so it seems like we have more of these guys starting to show up. There we go. Oh, it's easy enough to just Blunderman these guys into oblivion. Level up again. Honestly, the throwing axe seems too good not to just max out. Okay, some more wood dust. Or some wood dust. And wood. What I really need is stone. Ah, that'll let me cross, presumably. Pick up the gold. Let's see. Where am I? Where am I going? Where do I want to go? Oh. Standing here is fatal. Okay, so we actually have a number of things going on out this direction. Or out every direction? Get dogged, dogs. That might be something I need to worry about? Maybe. Okay, so if I check the map, we have a dungeon, offering obelisk, quests, some other stuff. Let's use that. Does a decent chunk of damage. Mess him up. Come back. You cannot flee from me. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay, excuse me, sirs. Okay. Decent chunk of enemies. I'm not too worried yet. Oh, well, that's not where I meant to go. Yeah, I want to get rid of the ranged guys in the back. Because it is much easier fighting the whole group. There we go. It's much easier fighting the whole group if they're kind of focused on and close to me. Okay, get that. Chuck axe. Yeah, I think I'm still going to be more of a use axe fellow. Did we actually get... Oh, we got another axe and sax. Potion of speed. And not amazing. So what is this thing? Collects essence that I reap. Okay, so offering obelisk, some other things. We went ahead for the quest. Movement speed altar. I noticed that that I often can't do stuff for a period of time after dodging. Is there something on one of these? No. Yeah, I'm trying to find more things that I can gather. Another potion of speed. But for whatever reason, those dogs... Oh. Wait, I forgot. I've probably been leaving an amount of corpses on the ground to loot. I don't know how amazing they are, though. Okay, and then there's just this man. Yep. Isn't too much of an issue. Valley sigil. Another bandage. Another valley sigil. What do these things do? Oh, sigils in the workshop to change weapon abilities. Gotcha. Oh, are these just quest objectives? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, so those exclamation marks are just telling me about, like, things that I can harvest for my quests. It's not that they are specifically event spaces, they're just things that I should keep an eye out for. Okay, more bandages. Another drinking horn. Yeah, I might as well use the parry. So I think these guys I can loot. They don't seem to have anything particularly amazing, though. I'll head for the combat shrine. Here we have the flesh cleft. Fight to extract. So I could leave, but I don't want to yet. I might as well use my ult. I think I canceled it like a fool. Yeah, let's take out all the ads first. Because the Witch Champion is just tanky. There we go. Might as well hit him with that. Hit him with both. Yeah, a lot of the enemies you can kind of just circle strafe to beat. Which is, I mean, certainly convenient. Okay. What does this guy have? Yeah, it's like a small amount of gold. Do I need it? I don't know. Ow. What was the wyvern thing? Starting to seriously come after me now. It kind of seems like it. It certainly doesn't like me smacking this. The first seal is broken, 2 remain. Okay, key to the old mine shaft. And a potion of speed. Well. Unfortunately, the old mine shaft is a completely different location. Probably just going to run past a bunch of these guys. Because if I need the iron ore, well... Oh yeah, cannot get into the flesh cleft. Yeah, a lot of the enemies aren't meant to be, or aren't specifically particularly quick. And so there's not exactly a whole lot of reason for me to care. Grab the damage buff. Do not know how long it lasts, though. Okay, these guys are very Nurgle. Oh, right. I guess I should kill these guys first. There goes one. Yeah, just mess them all up. Do have my ult, Reaper's Harvest, deal damage, apply the Reaper's Mark debuff. Probably just go for that. Okay, avoid that. Yeah, big toasty man. Oh. Big toasty man here is definitely the more dangerous fellow. I've lost my cursor. There we go. So if I can kill him... Oh, he's not dead yet. Got him. Okay, so the big toasty guys are something I need to concern myself with a little. You're done here. Money to extract. I don't think I've got enough money, and also I kind of want to hoard my gold. So medium backpack. Well, that's better. And I'm curious about how much of this stuff I get to bring out with me. Presumably all of it. Okay. And don't mind me. I have no reason to fight you all. Ow. Shot through the butt. They're to blame. Man, we have a whole bunch of these guys, but they're shambly and slow, which means they're not really worth my time. Ow. Okay, sometimes they are. I just want to get my stuff. Large backpack. Get the tonic. See if I can mess this guy up. Hit him with the cold. Yeah, because I don't strictly want to spend too much time fighting regular monsters at this point. There's merit to it, especially from like an experience perspective, but well, I mean, we have plenty of time, probably. I cannot imagine playing this in PvP though. The amount of like time that you would sink into clearing things out, only to get decked by like a random player with better stuff than you. Okay, so all I need is the iron, and then we're good to go, actually. Ow. Oh, come on. There it is. Iron ore. So I think we just head for the battle extraction, which is up here. I want to clear out my inventory real quick, but I almost also want to clear out the area. As it seems like there's a bunch of bad lads. Is that? I have no idea. Okay. That might be a... Okay, kill 7 enemies. Well, we have a lot more than 7 enemies here. Okay, kill 4 enemies. I'm remaining, yeah, a whole minute. Oh, that's fun. Okay, obelisk is charging. Stay away from those. Grab the mushroom, grab the gold. Gold leather bandage. Random stuff. And we're gone. Yeah, I think I'll stick to the hammer. Just gonna be a lot easier to fight groups with that weapon. Alright. So what can I upgrade? Looks like I can upgrade quite a number of these things. Processes essence and converts it into workforce to power your sanctuary. Let's go here. Build this. Unlocks challenges. Okay, what else can I build or upgrade? Soul glass. Pathway to many abilities that might be unnatural. I mean, that seems good. Vault can be upgraded, but I don't know if we need it. Finish construction.
Provides a selection of tasks and deeds to help you realize your full potential.
Okay. So that gets
as you see fit.
Gets me some goodies. Upgrade panel. Might as well upgrade the vault. Ooh, that's pricey. I don't think I will be upgrading that too often. So what does this one do? Maybe it lets me modify... Oh, talent points. So extra quick slot. Extra inventory row. Mount. But I need 5 points. Oh, no. We have it. So speed up faster when riding. Brake faster when riding. Go for the quick slot. Okay, consumables drop more often. Improves your luck. Heal more from potions. Extra health on level up. Quick slot. Inventory row, durability. Gear lasts longer. Chest item rarity. Oh, I need 15 points. So I guess I'm going to need more Reaper rank to get some of these. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so let's go talk to everyone. So we have a quest here. The Maw. Okay, so we can't build it. Whisperway. Okay, so we can turn this one in. Oh, for 15 Reaper points. And now we have a bunch. So grunt work, gather wood, defeat 20 unworthy shamblers, go to Midgard, search Radatosk's stashes, speak to the adjutant, upgrade the portal. And then I can turn that one in? No. Oh, I can turn in 3 wood. That's the point of it. The hand. Sanctuary Island for crafting and modifying objects. Okay. Well, it seems like there's a decent amount of, like, progression here. Ah, if it isn't my favorite Reaper, how's eternity treating you? Seeing you scamper all around. Oh, something. So very long ago, my brothers and sisters would test our metal against each other. How about you take up the tradition? Speak with me when you're ready. Word? Well, it doesn't look like I can do anything with it yet. Speak of the shade. Look, boss, I can call you boss, right? Look, boss, we're dead tired. Get it? But we're really, really running low here. We're right grateful for you pulling us out of there like that and something. Okay, build the myocardium. Yeah, right. I've got that there. I think a lot of this I'm just going to leave. I don't think I have enough resources. So for starters, where's my hammer? I'm going to swap to that. Okay, I have a large backpack. I'm going to... Okay. Red mushroom dust. There we go. So now we can leave that behind. Is there a deposit? Cool. Use the myocardium to bolster your workforce in the sanctuary. Sort a bunch of this stuff. Resources, but yeah, nothing I can use. Exactly. And restores HP. Let's grab that one.
This place is enough as it is.
Okay.
This place is enough as it is.
So the problem is... it won't let me put it in my quick slot. Let's put 3. Okay, so pressing 3 will do it. Good to know. Is there anything else? No, it's mostly stuff that I can't mess with right now. So I think I'm going to queue up to do one more run. And then I think we'll be done. And we can talk about some other stuff. Alright, so now that I've got a hammer, let's give it a shot. Control right click. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, gosh. Hi. Yeah, the hammer is exactly what I wanted. Because it's got good knockback, which is extremely helpful. And which, oddly enough, so good knockback, but the AoE also gives it a little bit more range. Let's do spin. Okay, so where am I going? What am I doing? So, weirdly, upgrade the portal level 2, myocardium, gather wood. Okay, I'm gonna close some of these. Construct the myocardium, defeat unworthy shamblers. Unfortunately, I have no idea which of these are for the unworthy shamblers. Hi. Okay, so despite the fact that this thing is huge and scary looking... Okay, we get some druidic foot wraps. Get some extra healing. Level this up. Okay, got the foot wraps. We've got this guy. Okay. It's spooky because it's active, not because it's the most dangerous thing in existence. Alright, loot it. We got a Drenger helmet. Okay, now we're getting the good loot. And I'll bring some other things over. I do wish it was easier to drag things left and right. Okay, probably upgrade the stun more than anything else. Okay, this isn't active. We could do more. We've got dungeons, but I don't know if I care about any of those. I've got plenty of healing too. There we go. But yeah, the last run I was feeling extremely anemic as far as like cool loot goes. And I wonder if it was one of those where, like, that version of the map just doesn't have good loot. Or I was just extremely unlucky. Because, yeah, we got druid gloves. Snag everything. Do want to keep an eye out for chests. If I can get them. Okay. I take this guy out. At least this does a chunk of damage. Okay, grab this. So, cloaked hood, become partially invisible. Can't use while dodging, but it's fine. I do a decent chunk of damage. Okay, blue druidic gloves. More gold. I might as well move down. And we get another large backpack. Which I might as well grab. I might as well have at least one spare big backpack. There we go. That does decent damage. I don't actually think I need another medium backpack. Move that over there. Alright, plenty of gold. And continue on. So where am I going and what am I doing? I don't have any specific goals apart from getting the wood and finding unworthy shamblers, which may not exist on this map. So we might honestly just be kind of going for whatever. There we go. Salvage linen cloth. Locked. Missing key. I kind of wish you could interact with one of those and it would give you a direction where the key might be. Because yeah, stable. Wave spawns in. So the one problem with the hammer I'm running into slightly, and this isn't really an issue, it's mostly just a my play style. I'm definitely taking more hits using it, but I was taking a lot of hits with the sword too, so I don't know. Yeah, I definitely wish I could shift click to move things over. The fact that I can't is... it's not bad, but it means like quick looting things feels... well, you can't. And I guess the point of that is that like you're not... maybe you're not supposed to. But like, especially for stuff like gold, which half the enemies just drop on the ground, I feel like that shouldn't ever be just considered loot. Loot that you have to actually like loot from somebody's body. Okay, so that didn't heal much. Okay, we got another chest out this direction. I might as well keep grabbing those. There might not be any choppable trees on this map. Lair of the Wolf Jarl. Okay. Charnel Pit. Okay. We actually have a key. I'll go up and around. I think I'm going to ignore an amount of random encounters. These I'll have to fight. There we go. Damage is pretty good. Yeah, I like the hammer. It's got the AoE that I need and the damage to carry me through. Good stun and really hard to miss with it. Okay, broken drinking horn. We've got another group? Sure. Oh. Yeah, I forgot my movement ability is not actually particularly amazing. There we go. Yeah, it makes me invisible for a bit, which I think is better in PvP than PvE. Am I going the right direction? I think I am. I'm just trying to see if there's anything here worth looting. That's a movement speed buff. Wait, was that a 1.5 or 1.25% movement speed buff? Might have been. If so, I don't know. I always talk about, I might as well actually drink one of these, considering I'm just flush with potions. I always talk about this in terms of, like, roguelike design. But the smallest possible increment that a person could, like... A dungeon, have not been in one of these. Smallest possible increment that a person feels is usually 10%, if even. Oftentimes 10% is still kind of low on the perceptible list. I don't know if I'd say list, but like, I usually have trouble perceiving a 10% gain in damage. You can maybe feel it in attack speed because that's got like a much more like visible effect. Unless that 10% puts you over the edge so you're two-shotting enemies instead of three-shotting them. If that makes sense. Like, that's when you start feeling a percentage. But anything before that is like, why? Loki's Torment. Okay. Grabbing that. Whatever that is looks special. Oh. That's a different potion. Potion of Fortification. Grab the stone. Unfortunately, cannot get the stuff from that broken box. Oh well. I don't necessarily need it. Nice part is, this is just a playtest, and so, oh, hi. Well, do I actually benefit from fighting all these guys? I suppose so. I level up. God, I do a ton of damage. Okay, that's probably fine. Drop the spare backpacks on the ground. Honestly, might even get rid of the Reaper boots. Hood and gloves, because they've taken some damage anyway. I don't want to mess with it later. Okay, let's see. Hi. We don't need to stick around. Yeah, still trying to find wood here. But this map literally might not have enough. Recipe for large backpack. Oh, so I can now craft them. Couple more speed tonics that I don't know about. It's fine. Let's see. Level up Speen. Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, so if it's like a 1.25% movement speed bonus, that's nothing. I guess the point is, though, they can't do too much. Because if this is designed to be... Oh, key for Loki's Cave. If this is designed to be a PvP game, heavily PvP, then you can't exactly have too many things that, like, make a character above and beyond stronger than the rest. Okay, Serpent's Tomb, Charnel Pits, Loki's Caves off back to the left. I'll scoot around, though. There we go. Plonk him to death. Haven't been paying attention if there's like random good loot here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run away. There's a bunch of them. The thing is, like, I lightly benefit from actually fighting large quantities of enemies. But I kind of want to get into the Loki's pit before things get too dicey. Okay, let's fight these guys. You got the generalized goons. Ow. Yeah, unfortunately the champion definitely goes down the slowest. They don't seem to do that much damage, they're just tougher. Okay, level up. I haven't actually grabbed my ult. Not particularly... Oh, key to the old route. Not particularly big on... Oh, what was I going to say? Loot. Ults. I don't know. Like, I don't mind ultimate abilities. They just don't excite me most of the time. Linen Yarn versus Salvage Linen Cloth. No idea which one's better. Sky Sigil. Okay. Oh. So Loki's cave is straight up just a cave here, as opposed to an instance dungeon. Well, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, I've got a decent chunk of abilities that I can kind of puck out here. There we go. And they do so much damage. Wrath of Suture. Meteor Rain. As opposed to Loki's Torment. I'm not going to think about that for the moment. Okay, Void. Get him with a stun. Unfortunately, this stun does not last. At least against a number of these enemies, but maybe that's fine. Yeah, I'll grab my ult. What is my ult? Oh. It's the explode everything in a line. Yeah, that is actually good. Yeah, I'm just going to accept taking some damage here. These guys aren't a huge threat. In fact, most things on this map aren't really much of a problem for me. Kind of for better and for worse. For better because it makes it easy to farm, and I can see, like, playing PvP, having the NPCs be too threatening could actually be tricky. I think on a personal level, I'm not entirely sure where this is going to land as far as, like, a PvE experience goes. I like it enough. But I do feel like, the solo mode doesn't have much of a what'd I say, sell? There's a lot of ARPGs out, and while there aren't any that do the extraction shooter thing, this feels like it's built maybe a little bit too much for the, like, PvP side, and the PvE is there for the people who don't want the PvP, which is fine. I mean, ultimately, I think it's one of those where you can kind of, like, stack up some extra resources, kind of build up so that you're ready to do the PvE. Let's see, so you're ready to do the PvP mode? You know, have enough gear if you happen to run out, or stuff like that. I think the problem I run into with that is that, once again, there are so many ARPGs out there. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to have. Here, can I actually... Oh yeah, that just heals me right back up to full. I'm not sure what the selling point of this is going to be compared to playing, you know, an actual ARPG that is a full linear experience. This cave, for example, we had 2 random chests in it. They were nice, but they just gave me more supplies and a recipe. The rest, okay, so like there's a little bit of incremental progression. And I would say because this is an extraction shooter, the gear is that much more meaningful. I'm not being inundated in hordes of boots. Okay, so that was the key. Lair of Wolf Jarl and Old Root. Well, I've already done one of those. Where's the Old Root? Oh, that's far away. Old Mine Shaft. I'm actually not sure where Old Root is. Yeah, Old Mine Shaft. Don't know. Okay, one way or another, I think I'm going to put a custom marker down south. And we're just going to head to extraction. I've got a decent amount of stuff. But, like, the value prospect is a solo player or even like a PvE co-op player. I need more in the world to actually, like, pull me in and make me want to repeatedly go on runs. Not just for the loot perspective, but, like, something to fight the enemies for. Or, I don't know. With, like, a standard ARPG, there's that feeling of progression, but then also usually, like, a story or something to keep you hooked. Here, it kind of feels like I'm preparing for something, the PvE mode, that as a solo player, I'm not going to engage with, so it doesn't draw me in as much. Because I just, you know... It provides no incentive to prepare for multiplayer if I'm not going to be doing multiplayer. There's some wood, so I'm looking for the driftwood stuff, but finding more of it is going to be tricky. It's not the most common resource on this map. And so, like, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad it's there especially for people who want to do the PvE, but don't always want to do the PvE. Okay. Difficulty goes up again. But I'd love to see... And I know I'm a broken record for saying this, but I would love to see something maybe a little bit more like roguelike-y, or for there to be like a greater sense of escalation in the survival mode. I think the big problem I'm looking at with the, like, map design at the moment is that a lot of enemies are just kind of present. They stand around in an area and wait for me to show up to start wailing on them. I also am having trouble finding my cursor on this map. That it is white on white, and it's tiny too. Easy to get lost. But yeah, either make it more roguelike-y or maybe make it one of those where, like, you really are hunted and have to survive on a PvE map. Almost to the point where, like, you have NPCs actively trying to simulate the experience of multiplayer, but, like, being easier, so you still have, like, hunters and groups. Frankly, I'd actually maybe say make the, maybe have, you know, the static enemy camps and whatnot, but I think it would be kind of cool if they were, like, actively going to war with each other. And you see this. You see the groups kind of running in and fighting. I think I did get hit by that. You see this a little bit where the enemies will fight each other when they come close, but most of the time they're just kind of standing by. I kind of almost wish that each and every one of these, like, maps had kind of like a simulated event going on, like a big battle, or, you know, wave survival, or like zombie horde, or something like that. Please slow down and let me hit you. Because having like a random modifier, I think, to kind of incentivize, I don't want to say different gameplay, but to make each experience just a little fresh and different would go far. Because right now I'm just wandering around finding treasure chests for loot. And because, once again, it's not doing the full loot treadmill thing, yes, I found like a handful of items, but not many. It does mean finding them feels more meaningful. Ooh, that's really cool. Giant dead fish thing. Fish dragon? Jormungandr? I don't know. I guess actually the trick for the stabby lad is to just spin. Can't dodge me if I'm spinning. Let's see. Because yeah, I can see the tension of so much of this being heightened heavily by having to worry about like another player showing up and just shanking you and taking all of your stuff. I think that inevitably is going to draw some people in, especially from like a multiplayer, player versus player tension perspective. But without that, it feels like something is missing. And I think that's going to be like the big one to somewhat focus on. I think it's one of those where like the extraction shooter elements very much can keep people in and hold them for a while. Can I do my ult? Oh, I can. Oy. Okay, problem is I've lost my cursor again. Ow. That's okay, I've got a gazillion healing potions. Okay, get some more linen yarn. And then we spin to assassinate. Perfect. Okay, I'm taking some hits. I think we... Oh. Yeah, it's like a full minute on some of those. Okay. I think we're gonna hit this. Fight to extract. Luckily, I think the fight to extract enemies are considerably less dangerous. Okay, don't stand in the goop. Goop hurt. Is this sucker? Whoop. Yeah, I just want to stay out of big Blasto's range. Another heal. Got another cast. Okay, and we spin because that is definitely buying for what? He just scooted. He can scoot? He can apparently scoot. Okay, stone rings. Doesn't seem like we have anything else. Oh, there's more loot over there. It's fine. Yeah, not much wood on that map, sadly. But is what it is. But yeah, so I think if this can incentivize the multiplayer, or not the multiplayer, the cooperative and the PvP mode a little bit more, I think that would, I mean, certainly appeal to someone like me just a little bit more. And probably have like a long-term, maybe a long-term, more of a long-term player base. I don't know. It's one of those where like, I think being able to appeal to both PvP and PvE is going to guarantee that you have the most amount of people showing up. I think the flip side is that there is a very real risk. It's not Challenger's Tome. Is it the... Oh, we can make the myocardium. Which is one of my quests. I think the one problem is catering to both parties can be a little tricky, and I'm not sure where it goes. I love the idea of an extraction, like a PvE extraction ARPG. Okay, home to a myriad of shades. Work in your crafting buildings, man your refineries, and even sometimes clean when you're not around. Some of the sanctuary's buildings require a powered workforce to function. Oh, okay. Insert reliquaries into the reservoir. Well, we have a reliquary. So that gives me essence for a while. I'll have to figure out if I can get more of those. Okay, Whisperway. Untrack. Check your quest journal for details. I guess we did find one of them, but I'm going to have to wait. Because it can turn in more wood. But I need 3 more than I already have. Let's see. Anything else for me to do? Not really. I think it's mostly just raise my Reaper rank. Can I actually do that? And where can I do that? I've forgotten. Was it the Soul Glass? Yes. Okay, so I have 50 perk points. Rarity the best item in open chests. Gear lasts longer. Improve your luck. Heal more. See weapon and gear racks. Interact from further away. Investigate chests and corpses faster. Inventory rows. Let's see. See further. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about actually summoning my horse. Oh well. Let's see. Heal more during gameplay. Get more HP. I mean, I suppose I'll get that. And fine. I'll do weapon and gear racks, because those might actually get me more loot. Okay. Don't have any reliquaries. Don't have much else. Got a lot of loot. I'll have to figure out what I can do with them. But I think for now, let's just deposit everything, sort everything. There's got to be some way that I can mulch these together. Okay, so I did pick up some loot. I just didn't want to look at it. Grants armor penetration on kill. Oh, that's kind of nice. And gives me physical resistance, cosmic resistance, armor penetration, vision size, true sight. Interesting that changed my vision size. Druidic gloves and druidic foot wrap. So we already have the survivalist bonus. Not exactly great. I think this would work better in PvP. It does not work very well in PvE. The other thing we can do is swap these around. Wrath of Suitor. Oh, but we can only swap it out for this. Which is my ult? No. That's my ult. This is... Oh, both are. Groundbreaker and Fault Line are ultimate moves. Interesting. Oh, it's because both of them. Okay, so... Yeah, break the ground in an attack that grows in size. And damage each charge used in rapid succession. Oh. Also have a Meteor Rain. Honestly, it seems rad, but can't use it on this one. We've already got a couple of Loki's Torment. Ooh. I understand why they have durability, but that's going to be a bit of a shame. I wonder if the 10,000 is like total durability as opposed to current. And so you can repair it, but only so many times. I also have not figured out how to actually learn these.
No littering.
You cannot drop it. Interacting with the sanctuary. Okay, why don't we just move these over? Maybe it's something... Nope. No. Yeah, I don't actually know how to...
This place is enough as it is.
I don't actually know how to interact with these things. Oh, move, quick transfer, and learn. Shift? No. Space? No, it's not space. Yeah, it's a button. I can't quite tell. I would love if the learn was just like middle click or something, but no, that's drop. Yeah, that's quick transfer. So it's shift. Oh, was it? Oh, missing required buildings. So the reason why I can't do it is because I need a building that lets me actually learn the recipes. Okay, that makes sense. So for now, at least we might as well put these away and call it here because, yeah, I think I've seen enough for now. I want to come back to this for later. I think this is very much like on hold before I can really make a full opinion on it. Because once again, I love the idea of an extraction ARPG just because it's fresh. It's an interesting idea. And as somebody who does not play ARPGs, oh, we can try our horse. As somebody who does not play extraction shooters, a extraction ARPG, especially one that lets me do like play it on a PvE side, is exciting and interesting just because I love the idea of going out on risky runs, getting progressively better loot, and then extracting before it gets too dangerous. I just need more things to do. It was just a bunch of static enemy camps for me to farm. I want random events. I want things that are going on, enemies that can potentially catch me in an ambush. You know, if I'm like running across the map, not paying attention, and oops, I just ran into the, you know, shambling zombie horde that's been wandering around the map the entire time. And, you know, maybe I'm not strong enough and I get absolutely shreked by them. Or maybe I'm wily and have the right gear and I can actually like slowly chip down the horde, and maybe there's some necromancer in the center of it that's like a full loot pinata. Little stuff like that I think would go a very long way at making this more interesting experience on a PvE side. Because as far as the PvP side goes, I have no opinions. I want nothing to do with that kind of thing. I'm not a competitive person. Actually, if you've ever seen any of my videos where I'm playing PvP, I actually end up feeling sick. So I try and stay away from them. But it's one of those where it's like, I want to see this develop and further itself, especially on a PvE side. I'm just curious to see where that goes. And I understand if it like takes a little while before it gets to that point. But once it gets there, if it can actually pull it off, I think that's going to be really, really cool. Maybe. For now, at least I might as well mention that the closed beta, there's going to be a like playtest going on right now. So if you don't want to play God's Death and Reapers, just follow the link in the description below and you can play it for, I think it's only going to be the next couple of days. It's from April 30th to May 4th. It says closed alpha, but it might be one of those that I think you can join through Discord or other places. I definitely have seen a lot of people on the Discord talking about having access to the playtest. So if you want to dive in, give this game some feedback, help it develop further, then get involved, check it out, and have fun. I, once again, have no idea how the PvE goes, or PvP goes. And I'm curious to see how that stacks up, but I will leave that for other people. Anyway, I guess with all that said, before we go, I do want to say a very quick thank you to Wolson Studio for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you. It's really interesting, and I want to see where this goes. I loved Wolson. I never did actually see what kind of happened after that first ending, and I don't even know if there was more than that. But it was like such a solidly made ARPG that I'm curious to see where they can take this one. I mean, the different character abilities and the stacking and whatnot, like, especially if we can find some other rarer weapons that have more unique abilities, I think that could be really cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do with this on the highest possible levels. Especially if, you know, the PvE maps have a lot more going on as well. But I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. Well, for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.